Welcome to Escaping the Echo Chamber. So far, there haven't been any debates. AOC, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, hasn't accepted anyone's offers to debate her. But the other individuals who have jumped into the fray haven't, their challenges haven't been accepted either. So to bring you up to speed, of course, you know about Shapiro. Of course, I've already talked about Shapiro offering to debate AOC. And then, AOC publicly refusing to debate him. And then the tweet storm that, just transpired out of that was huge. But there's some really interesting developments. If I remember, I also spoke about Candace Owens, Charlie Kirk. Well, Charlie Kirk came in on Candace Owens' behalf. So my thoughts, Candace Owens needs a win. She recently went up against Michael Eric Dyson. Did not go well for her. And she sees an easy target in AOC. Which I do think that, I think that's a much more even battle, Candace Owens versus AOC, because they just, recite talking points, and neither of them really has a whole lot of depth, even though I think Candace has, and don't count out AOC's, she's got a couple of tricks that she uses, and it's in the guise of, instead of, if you're talking about the efficacy of her policies, she goes to the morality and tries to turn it into something else. So she has some tricks up her sleeve. But number one, I've seen Candace Owens already use a bunch of tricks, and I can tell that she's been learning new tricks, even though she's kind of, she's not very skilled at using them. So it's kind of obvious. Like in the Michael Eric Dyson debate, she's just, it's like you can tell when somebody has just picked up, like they just went to a school or a class to learn a couple of techniques, whether it be, somebody goes to martial arts class, they learn how to use a couple of new moves with the bow staff, and you can tell they just are using it very amateurishly. And that's what I saw Candace Owens doing in her debate with Dyson. But hey, she's got several tricks, and I think her using those tricks against AOC would help her, especially if she puts the impetus upon AOC proving that socialism is a good policy and her policies are good. That's when Candace Owens can win. If it's the flip side, if AOC was to put the impetus on Candace Owens to show, that whatever ridiculous stuff she's pushing is good, other than just capitalism. Like, she said, okay, we'll prove that any number of ridiculous statements you've made are true. Then Candace Owens, then it becomes a lot harder for Candace Owens to actually win that battle. But so the price went up from 10,000 to 20,000 to Charlie Kirk allegedly having financial backers who would go up as high as 100,000. But like I said, I think I said in the last time, David Pakman then got involved and said, hey, nobody needs to pay me anything. Debate me. And crickets. I haven't seen any tweets from Charlie Kirk, Candace Owens. I haven't seen anything from Ben Shapiro. However, David Pakman did do a video, I think it was yesterday or so, where he acknowledged that one of Charlie Kirk's publicists got in touch with him, but then it evaporated. Probably because there was a whole bunch of, okay, I don't know why, but I'm going to speculate. because Charlie Kirk is not a strong debater. He uses a lot of talking points, shoddy facts, if facts at all, some just outright lies. Yeah, so Charlie Kirk is not Ben Shapiro. So Charlie Kirk going up against David Pakman, it's not even a competition. It's David Pakman will destroy him, wipe the floor with him. And that's why I can see why he and Candace Owens would not want to be talking about Charlie Kirk. About David Pakman, saying, hey, come on. I do find it funny, though, if you're going to call AOC a coward because she's running from a debate. She's only wants to do friendly interviews. Like I see y'all are challenging certain people. Y'all are very selective in who you're challenging. In fact, it's like you're trying to choose very carefully, trying to choose matches that y'all think y'all can win. Which was funny because it's kind of like what happened when Candace Owens got on MSNBC and saw that Dyson was the person on the other side she'd be talking against. I think at that moment she realized she was in over her head, because she starts, trying to criticize why is she sitting across from another black person. She tried to, make it about, oh, I shouldn't, this divisiveness that y'all are trying to cause. When I think it was that she realized, oh no, I'm up against this dude. I don't stand a chance. And she didn't. But hey, if you're going to call AOC a coward because she's very selectively picking who she'll sit with. And even if she's not doing debates, even if she's just having discussions, but she's very selective in doing that. I get where you could call her a coward. I get where you can call her unprepared and not having the, a grasp of her policy. And I think it's a legitimate criticism. Why do you need to preach to the choir? I mean, if your policies are actually good ideas, you shouldn't just need to preach to the choir. You should be able to just go up to people and break it down to dispel the possible drawbacks. But if you're criticizing AOC for not speaking with, having unfriendly interviews and being afraid to debate people, how can you be afraid to debate somebody? Because you realize that this person actually knows what they're talking about. This person actually has, now one, David Pakman is really smart. He's got, he has some information, and I disagree with his information. I disagree with his philosophy, but I have to admit that he has he has skill. Without a doubt, he has skill, he has intelligence, and he has a very compelling argument. I don't think it's the most compelling argument. I think there's another side that's more compelling and is supported by facts and data is much more beneficial. But if you're gonna step to David Pakman, you better come prepared. You have to know your stuff. If you're just parroting talking points, you're gonna get embarrassed. Point blank period. He's going to embarrass you. And so that's why I think there's a lot of silence when David Pakman said, hey, let's debate. Everybody's itching for a fight. Let's have one. But it's funny. You can't just keep pointing a finger at her, calling her a coward, if you're running scared too. So I'm going to wait, see what happens. See if anybody picks up the challenge. The gauntlet's been thrown down. See who's willing to step into the ring. See if Kyle Kalinske gets involved, because they said that there was a Kyle Kalinske and Shapiro had a debate at one time. That would be interesting, but I really want to see if some of these people on the right are willing to debate the stronger the A team, the heavyweights on the left. That's going to be real interesting. Well, that's all I have for this episode. So give me a thumbs up, give me a like, give me a share, subscribe, and I'll see you next episode.